Hello, everyone. Beautiful, beautiful artist. I am playing today. If you've been following me, I've been playing a lot with all of these Ranger watercolor crayons, pencils, I guess they're called. I've bought several sets now and been playing with those. I've been playing with some stamps I bought quite a while ago. These are the Tim Holtz collection, but I just think they're so pretty. So I'm going to paint something, and then let me show you what I'll do after that. So again, you know, I have these Artistos. This is actually fall 2025. I'm still finishing up here. But you know, these are great, and I refer back to them. I catalog them all, 140 pound cold press. And I've got my layings in here, Paul Rubens, my laying. I'll list all of this down below as well, by the way. And then I've also got the Paul Rubens. This is a professional set. You know, use what you have, guys. But I think you'll find the Paul Rubens, whether it's the professional set or the my laying. And actually, somebody told me how to pronounce this. It's MEEDEN. I hope I'm saying that right. So MEEDEN, and that's what's in here. The only difference between the two, by the way, is the professional has a little bit more light fastness to it, meaning it won't fade. The other paint I'm going to use is in this my handy dandy little gorgeous stained glass trinket box that one of you sent me, Lissa. Thank you so much. And it's perfect to keep all my little MABs in. I love stuff like this. You know, go to thrifting if you happen to have a friend that's so talented like Lissa. You know, have them make you things, but I love finding things at the thrift store to keep all my supplies in. I just think it's so much more inspiring. So I've got the MAB Brilliant Gold, and I'm just going to, for new beginner watercolor beginners, you know, make sure you activate your pans by giving them just a little spritz. And then I think I will use, these are my brushes. I think I'll use my number 8, and I've got a 2 here standing by just in case, so you might see me use one of those. Make sure you have a wash and a rinse water, and I think we're ready to go. So let me do this. Actually, what I think I want to do is, see, I have an older, that was an 8 round, by the way. But I have an older one that's I've had for a while. And let me grab, what is this one? Kind of like that one. Ooh, I like this one too. That's a 6. And you can find a lot of these. I'll list them below. They should still have some left. Ooh, that's my 10 round. That one looks kind of fun. A little bit thicker. Okay. So I've got all these here. I think they actually even sell this an 8 and a 2 in a set for $12.50 or something. All right. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to be working wet and wet, so it's really washy and beautiful. So I'm getting my brush wet and tap, tap, tap. I'm going to go ahead and go in. Ooh, yeah, I like this 10 round. It's a little bit softer. And I'm just kind of wetting a flower-like area. You've seen me do this before. And then I'll go in with my pink and lay that in. And with watercolors, you know, water goes where water flows. So wherever that water's flowing, the paint is going to go right in there because it loves water. So that's always kind of fun. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty. And then I'm going to go into my green, which I actually have in my palette over here. Get some of that kind of brown green. And going to, you've seen me do this flower. This is my favorite flower. When I just want to paint sometimes at night, this is what I paint. And I've got roses sitting here too, so that is really inspiring me. I think I want to add a little brown to that. So let me grab some of the brown in my palette here. There we go. And what's fun about putting the water down first, by the way, is, you know, the paint just kind of does its thing, which I love. Look at that nice spreading. I think I'll go into some of that gold, kind of a warm yellow ochre. So let's do that. And ooh, yeah, isn't that fun? It's like, yeah, there's a little bit of spring left in us. Look at those colors, so pretty. And let's go into our dark green. Point, press, adding some little rough edges. There we go. And I think I'll go into that with some darker green here. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing some of my, let me get this over here so you can see it. There we go. So I am mixing, by the way, I have my big heavy palette on my desk. It is on a Lazy Susan, so I can move it like that. So I'm adding some of the brown. Look at these beautiful, gorgeous, vibrant colors. Aren't those so pretty? And then just tapping in. So tap, tap, tap. Get some of that extra water off. Like that. And then I think I'm even going to add, let me do another one here. Pressing my brush to open it to get that wider brush stroke for the middle. A little bit of that black or brown. And then I think what I'll do, and I'm just touching in here and kind of letting it do its thing. So let's go in there with just wash, rinse, tap off my brush to dry it. And let's just go in with a bit of our pink. I always think that's really pretty because it ties in the leaves, creates this harmony between the leaves and our flower, like they belong together. And there you go. Ooh, isn't that pretty up there? I love that. I'm going to add just a few more little touches of that dark. So now what I'll do is let's go into, but I think I will use a smaller brush for this. Let's go into this gold before this dries too much. And I try to work with the gold a little thick because that's just kind of my thing. And ooh, yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It just kind of captures your eye. And be careful where you put it because it's going to lead your viewers kind of around your painting, like so. And there you go. Now, I am trying to keep this a little bit lighter, and I'll show you why right now. So let me go in, let's dry this, and it will all lighten up, but watch this. And I can help that a bit. I can just kind of tap it out. And that even adds some interest here. So it's fairly light. Now I went lighter for a reason. I'll show you right now. So this is what I'm going to do next. Let me move those to the side. And I've got, this is quite old, by the way. So I'm going to re-ink it right now. And let me show you how I re-ink. I just got my ink I ordered. And I'm taking an old card. Whoop. So this is just the Ranger ink. And I've had this for probably 8 years. But it's getting a little dry, so what I'm going to do is just go in, put some, I just bought this ink on Amazon. Going to put it on here. And then what I'll even do, now because my ink pad is so old and it's soaking it right up, but what I would normally do would be go in and just kind of help it get in there, but because my pad is so old and dry, this is an old card, by the way, no good, but just using a credit card, and now it's ready to go. So I'm going to grab my ink stamp, and I can either use this one, I think I will use this one, which actually isn't the Tim Holtz brand. I do have, which, you know what, let's maybe use that. I just bought it. I was playing with it this morning. So let's try that and see how well that's working. What I was doing earlier before my ink refill came was I was spraying a little bit of water. So let's cross our fingers that this soaked in good. Let me lift that up. And to cross our fingers here, but I think you'll still get the idea. I love these Tim Holtz stamps. They're really cool. And you can get the vintage ink I have, but I need to refill that as well. Okay, let's be careful. Okay, so I didn't quite hold my hand steady enough, so I've got a little bit of blur here. But hopefully you get the idea. I mean, look how cool that is. And I originally was thinking of using this one, which has a little butterfly. I could actually do that. I didn't want to cover up too much. Maybe up here we could go real light. Let's try that. I'm just playing here. So rub that around, get some ink on it. There we go. So this may be too much ink, but I think it's kind of fun to play with. So let's try that. Lift it up. Yeah, see that? So you get kind of the idea if you go light for the background and then ink over it. I just think that's such a pretty look. I think this would be a really pretty card, framed really nicely. So I hope you give that a try. I will link, I just got these on Amazon, so I'll link those below. I just got, well, this is old, but I just got the replacement ink refill last week. So, and again, I hadn't refilled this for years, ever. So I'm kind of surprised it worked as well. And I will link the paints, but look at that gold. Isn't that pretty? So I hope you all give this a try. Thank you so much for being here. I wake up every morning and can't wait to see your comments, and you know, you guys are just so nice. Make sure and hop over to Patreon too. There's a free membership, lots of fun stuff. And you can connect with all these great artists there. They're so supportive. And you can share your pictures there too. So I will be right here on YouTube and Patreon telling you, you are an artist. And I'm just so grateful for all of you. Happy painting.